Hi, I'm Rabbi Will Berkovitz, CEO of Jewish Family Service. After a running injury left me hobbled recently, among other things, my physical therapist recommended keeping my weight evenly on my heels to distribute the constant force of gravity through my skeleton. I was thinking of this in the aftermath of our nation's recent near-death experience on January 6th. As a country, I'm not sure what kind of therapy we need, but it is clear we have been injured, and as a nation, our alignment is distressingly out of balance. Between the pandemic, the insurrection at our nation's capital, and the peaceful transfer of power on January 20th, we have been swerving and careening wildly out of control, leaving many of us with emotional whiplash, even if we avoided catastrophe for the moment. Personally, I've been off balance, not sleeping well, and dealing with low-level hypervigilance. Now, as CEO of JFS, none of this is particularly unusual. But when combined with all the recent national chaos, I am exploring new levels of stress and anxiety. Think The Scream by Edvard Munch. And I suspect this is true for many of us. I'm still detoxing from all the adrenaline coursing through my body. As a close friend and mentor says, nothing sharpens the focus like facing the hangman. There is nothing normal about what we have been enduring. For many people we work with at JFS, like survivors of the Holocaust or newly arrived refugees, seeing a violent mob overrun our nation's capital brings back very real memories of some of the worst experiences of their lives. And as a Jew, seeing someone wear a Camp Auschwitz sweatshirt at the center of our democracy is an appalling reminder that anti-Semitism is on the rise, as apparently is ignorance. And for any Black American, videos of people swaggering around the marble halls with Confederate flags and a gallows fouling the lawn is beyond mere blasphemy. It is a reminder of just how comfortable far too many of our citizens are with overt racism. Saying this is just a few bad actors is like saying it was only locker room talk. It was not. Willful blindness is a poor excuse for silence, and bland condemnation is not acceptable. It is the equivalent of thoughts and prayers when much more is needed. Some serious soul searching is what is needed. Ownership and not more denial. And equally, a recognition that inaction, like actions, have consequences. As Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel said, in a free society, some are guilty, but all are responsible. And that is why I will never take what happened on January 20th, at that same place where the insurrection happened, at the inauguration. I'll never take that for granted again. Democracy won. Our institutions and people with integrity withstood the assault, both Democrats and Republicans. My father used to always hang an American flag on patriotic holidays. I took that and his military service for granted as well. I never will again. So last Wednesday, for the first time since his death, I unfurled our flag and hung it by our front door. It is my sincere prayer that we will realize just how close we came as a country to losing that which is most precious about this nation, and what far too many of us have taken for granted for far too long. I pray that we will not fall back into complacency, and we will all feel called to work together to perfect our very imperfect union. Hi, I'm Rabbi Will Berkovitz, CEO of Jewish Family Services. Sorry, I don't even know the name of the place that I work.